Hi and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show, brought to you today by Boohoo Man. As you can see, we're all rocking tracksuits today, isn't it?
Yeah, different colours stuff.
Yep, different colours, yeah.
I like this one. I like these little tracksuits that they got here. You can get one of these and many, many other things that they do, and their prices are unbelievable, trust me. All you got to do is click the link in the description or scan the QR code, and you can get an additional 10% off all of their offers. Use the code AFTV10. Big up to Boohoo Man. Guys, FA Cup weekend. Yeah. Unfortunately, we are out of the FA Cup. Seems like ages ago now because the game was on Friday. Went up there, by the way, the amount of traffic. Did you have a load of traffic getting up there?
No, it wasn't too bad. We got there. No, we got there before 6.
Special treatment.
Oh, the traffic
especially lucky. I don't know about special treatment.
You went on a plane.
I wish.
By the way, I've got to thank Manchester City because they actually invited me up to speak. You know, they got that little thing called the City Square or something.
Yeah.
So they had me and Big Steve up there speaking before the game.
Oh, really?
And Oh,
that's interesting.
And then I was in their sort of tunnel club thing. So, you know, so I remember I was in there, and when the City team walk in, because in this tunnel club thing,
that's where players walk in as well, right?
Yeah, all the players come in. And I remember when their team walked in, I was like, geez, man, it's the whole first team. I saw Haaland walk past me, like De Bruyne. I was like, I go, they're coming strong tonight. And then, they played this strong. Well, I think they only made 2 changes, didn't they?
Yeah, Grealish and
which was one real proper change, which was the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Their team was really, really strong. I mean, we know they've got an unbelievable squad anyway, but their team was literally their first team.
That was a strong starting 11 they went with.
Then I saw the Arsenal team, and we made a few changes.
6 changes.
6 changes. I was like, decent Arsenal team, but I go, boy, we could be up against it today because they come with their first team. But I've got to say, it's one of those defeats for me. I don't know how you guys felt about it. I'll ask you guys in a minute. It's one of those defeats to me where I felt afterwards a bit of pride in defeat because you're up against a top team and there was nothing in it between the two teams. As a matter of fact, I think first half we bossed it.
Yeah.
You know, we caused them no end of trouble with Trossard, etc. And then the second half, they sort of stepped it up a bit. They were the better team in the second half. And it was just settled on a moment of, it was a brilliant goal by Ake. He just slotted it into the corner. Keeper couldn't do nothing. Maybe we switched off a bit. We should have closed him down a bit.
Yeah.
And 1-0, when you consider normally we'd be going out there 5-0, 4-0, this, that. I thought we really gave a good account of ourselves.
Very good.
And it bodes well for when we play them at the Emirates. Because I'll tell you what, the atmosphere is going to be electric on that night. And by the way, I was sort of sat in a neutral end.
Okay.
So it was a really good seat, actually. It was right behind the Arsenal dugout.
Okay.
So, like literally right behind it.
Yeah.
Right? But even the City fans around me were commenting on how loud the Arsenal fans were. They were like, geez, man, they're on it. They're on it tonight. And they're fans, who were, the guys, I was chatting to some of them, they're all right, I ain't going to lie, right? But that place was pretty quiet. I can understand why Pep has literally been trying to pep them up, you know what I mean? Because it was quiet, man. But the Emirates won't be quiet.
No way.
And I saw a lot of positive signs there that when that game comes, February the 15th.
Whoa.
Yeah, is watching that game, seeing the starting lineup. For once, I looked on Arsenal bench. I said, we have a strong bench today. You know what I mean? Because we did have a strong bench.
And that was just Smith Rowe not even making it.
Smith Rowe on the bench. But when you look at the bench, we had Martinelli, Odegaard, we had Ben White, we had
Albert,
Tini,
Kieran. Yeah.
We had a strong bench, like we did for once. And then you look on City's bench and be like, them still have a strong bench.
Tini started.
No, Tini never
started.
He did
start.
Sorry. Zinchenko was on the bench. Sorry. That's what I'm saying. We had a strong bench.
Yeah.
So obviously you look on the City team and you're like, they're starting Haaland up front. Wow, they're going for this. And credit. Listen, I feel like Arteta deserves the credit. Remember, I was very vocal last season about Arteta because I just felt like I weren't seeing it, and he's made a lot of changes in the club which have changed my opinion and a lot of other Arsenal fans' opinion. Where no, I have apologized to Arteta more than once this season. I keep saying it, so apologize again. But he makes right decisions now, and I can see it. I can see the decisions that he's making. Like the last game when he took off Ben White, I was watching the game and I was like, yo, Ben White don't look good in this game. Something not right. And he made the substitution at half time. So it's like, okay, he's watching, he's making the right choices. Holding was put out there to do a job with Haaland, and you know,
did a good job.
I think they both were giving each other. It's 50-50 in that.
Holding did well.
Yeah, he did well. Unfortunately, he got the yellow card where I said they both were doing it to each other. They both were pulling each other, whatever. And he made the decision to say, you know what, you're gonna come off now. Put somebody else out there because you're on a yellow as well. And for the rest of the game, he could have picked up a second yellow. We don't know what would have happened in that game. And I think he made the right decision there. As I said, watching that game and those changes that we made, as you said, City, we gave as good as we got. And to me, it could have went either way. We had chances in the first half. Even in the second half, Martinelli came on and was creating chances as well. So I feel... People always said, you know, like a lot of these pundits are talking, and I actually tweeted this the other day because it's like everybody's talking about, oh, don't worry, Arsenal have City to play twice in the league. City have Arsenal to play twice in the league. Like, let's be real about it. Look how we're playing. You talk about the fans and everything. We've been saying it, there's a difference in this team right now. That documentary, I feel, has really helped the fans connecting with the club a lot more as well. And now we really connect with the players, individual players like Xhaka and these players. We're literally, like, we feel like we are one family. And I think it's showing on the pitch. Like, we go down, we're not complaining, we're not mourning.
The fans were incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
Went a goal down, still right behind the team. Even at the end of the game, when all the City fans had left us, the Arsenal fans were still up there. Singing, amazing. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. You were there, Ty.
Amazing. Yeah, I was there, fortunately. But first of all, it's 27th. It was Holocaust Memorial, wasn't it? On the 27th. So obviously, hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that's affected and all the survivors and all the families. Yeah. It was quite interesting because, like you said, Robbie, you said that they came strong, but we went overall at all. I was so impressed. And I think that we deserved at least a draw, but to do that with so many changes, like I said, it bodes well for us. It bodes well for us.
Although we still lost.
Yeah, we did.
We're out of the FA Cup, so
we are, but we've won it.
We've got to remember that we're out.
We do, but we've won it the most times, haven't we? So, you know.
And considering we have a smaller squad than most of these guys,
that's still something.
Maybe one more competition without. I know it's.
Let me ask you an honest question. Are you really bothered that we're out of the FA Cup?
No, I am not. And I said this the other day, that I rather, if I can say, I know it's not guaranteed, but I rather win in the league, I rather get 3 points off City at home in the league on February the 15th and lose the FA Cup. I don't mind.
That's interesting.
I don't mind. I'll take that 3 points.
Where do you stand on that?
You're going to come to me. Well, yeah, obviously, I am bothered.
No, where do you stand on what he just said?
Okay.
Right, you've got a choice.
Yeah.
Win the game on the 15th of February against City.
We've got no choice now.
Beat him in the FA Cup. No, if you had a choice before it.
Yeah. So win the game.
Win that game against City in the FA Cup.
Or lose that game in the league and win the FA Cup.
Win the one at home.
Oh, well, it's got.
You can only choose one.
Well, what's that song? 6 minute, choose one. I won't actually say the song. So
6 million ways to die. Choose one then, because you might die. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Right?
Look,
what's going on there?
The skeletons by the time
I gotta say, it's a rude man song anyway, but I never said that. I said 6 million ways, choose one. I never said anything else.
So choose
one, you only have 2 choices.
Well, anyway, listen, when you put it like that, obviously you choose the 3 points, but what I would say is that obviously I am bothered about it, but we have to look at it like this. Look at that win against Manchester United. We could also say, would we have preferred to have lost to Manchester United in the last minute and beat Man City, or beat Manchester United in the last minute and lose to Man City?
For me, Man United, because now for me, my priority, normally under normal circumstances,
you want to be
normal
everything.
Years,
exactly. You want to win everything.
I want the FA Cup because normally that's the only thing realistically that we can win over the lot. Let's be real.
I'm not disagreeing.
Let's be real. Over the last, say, 5-6 years,
or the Carabao Cup,
the only realistic thing that we can win is that.
And the Carabao Cup.
Or the Carabao Cup,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
This year, my priorities are different. Because
I'm
looking on it, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, all right, I would love a cup run. I would love a day out at Wembley. But fortunately for us, we've had quite a few days out at Wembley.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we ain't had that league. And I'm like, I'd rather win that game on the 15th by far.
Yeah.
That is a game I'd rather win. And I think Arsenal, listen, we've been on a good run. You know what I mean? I mean, you think of the run of games that we've had, right? You know what I mean? You know,
Listen, we took off January. We took brilliantly.
Newcastle, Tottenham, Man United and Man City.
Yes.
I mean, it's as hard as it gets.
Yeah.
And we've negotiated that. And, you know, I've got to say a word for Trossard. Really liked him.
Leandro.
Really liked how he looked.
Leandro.
Good sign.
40, that's a really good signing.
I thought he was superb.
What do you make this Casido? Or Casado?
It's interesting. I think we was coming back on the culture. We heard about it. And I think personally, he's been very badly advised. I don't know who's advising him because the thing is, it's not as easy as that. You can't.
Man's got his siblings.
Yeah.
10 siblings for feed.
Yep.
I understand that.
You know what I mean? Man, if send back a barrel.
Yeah. And the worst thing is, you know, for them South American country, there is not even just the family, immediate. It's your whole area you have to take care of.
Ecuador's a very poor country.
And that's fair enough, Robbie. But as I understand, you two can correct me. In work, you can't just say to your boss, Sue, come and leave. You can't just go like that.
Yeah, that is
can you?
true,
Do you see what I mean? If you can't say, oh, I'm leaving.
But then on the other hand, right, you can look on it like this, right? So, listen, no disrespect to Brighton, even though I know they've disrespected you in the past.
They've tried.
And you've disrespected them.
They've tried to, but they seem disrespect when we won 4-2. Where was it then? Okay.
No disrespect to Brighton, because I think they're an excellent club. I think run
what they've done is superb.
I think everything they do,
And
I kind
also,
of
Robbie,
admire about them.
can I just cut you off? Sorry.
No.
And you know the funny
Right,
thing? And you know what? Sorry, Robbie. You like it. And the funny thing is, it all went since they got rid of Mopai. Great! Sorry, carry on.
Going back to it, right? But Brighton have got to be realistic here. I'm looking on this, I'm like, they're going to hang on to Caicedo, possibly, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got a player that's unhappy, he wants to leave. You're going to get a huge amount of money from him. I mean, 70, even if it goes to 80 million pounds.
You
paid 5 million for him. That is a humongous profit for a team like Brighton.
It is.
And I just look on it and say, sometimes we look at everything as fans.
Yeah.
I'd hate it if one of our players did that. I get it, Brighton fans.
Of course not.
I understand it, and I would hate it. But then also you got to think about the player, right? The player's got a chance to go to Arsenal, possibly win the league, play in Europe. None of those things that are happening at Brighton.
Higher pay wage as well.
The profile of Arsenal is through the roof compared to playing at Brighton.
It is.
You can understand why his head's been turned. You can understand it. I mean, let's be real. The manager at the moment that they've got, De Zerbi, you know, they nicked him off of Shakhtar. They didn't wait until his contract finished before they went in and said, oh, you know what I mean, Graham Potter's gone, so we need your manager. Right? You know what I mean? They went and nicked him off Shakhtar. His contract was still going. This is football.
But you know what Arsenal
This is football.
This is what Arsenal should do, really. If we do what Chelsea do to us, like, let's look at their targets and start target them. Because they are scouting some players, man, like from out and nowhere.
Enzo Fernandez is about 130 million pounds. You know what I mean? I don't think Arsenal could afford that.
No, Brighton, I said we need to look at Brighton.
Oh, Brighton, just look at it.
Whoever Brighton scouting, go for them because they're getting players so cheap and they are playing.
You're saying that, didn't they scout Mopai? We all know where that is.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you're right. Let's move on to that Mitoma because I don't even know if this was a shock yesterday.
It's not a shock.
In the FA Cup, with Brighton beating Liverpool 2-1, coming from a goal behind to beat them, by the way.
Well, it's a surprise.
And the winner by that
without
Mitoma.
As well.
Yeah, without him.
And you can do without him.
Yeah. That winner by Mitoma. He's going to be the next one to go.
Yeah. But this one, so I don't know what Brighton are going to do, but they seem to replace everyone. Because I was saying, before we even got Leandro, I was thinking, Gross and Trossard, they won't be there. Sorry, Leandro won't be there next season. And I didn't know Leandro was going to come to us. The Brighton have got the knack of being able to replace them. I do know what you're saying about...
We need to sign them scouts.
But the thing is, no, but that's what Chelsea...
No, we need to sign them.
No, but Chelsea did sign their scouts.
You must got the wrong one.
Chelsea signed all their scouts.
Yeah, so they're going to sign AJ Tracy. They're sign AJ Tracy.
AJ Tracy?
Yeah. Look on AJ Tracy and look on
that picture of that new guy they signed. But I'm saying to you, right, that Brighton, a very well-run club, right?
They are very well-run.
And you're right. I mean, that Mitoma, what a goal that was against Liverpool. What's happened to Liverpool, by the way?
Hey, man.
I think he's surprised. I think what it is that they played every game last season. Their standards have been so high, just like Man City.
I know what's happened to them. I know what's happened to them.
What's happened?
Sadio Mane.
Yeah, him too. Losing him too as well.
Yeah,
and obviously Jota's
biggest
injured.
Mistake they made.
And the other
Jota's
one.
been out.
Who's the other
Diaz
one?
has been out.
Diaz as well.
Yeah.
What you mean? Stop me. They got Nunes, whatever his name, Darwin,
Darwin.
and they got Gapu, not Gapo, Gapu, cause that's the brother there.
Gapo.
Yo, Man United, you dodge a bullet with that the one day. And I go like,
Really?
What them I do? They spend how much you spend on these players?
Give
See,
the
this
man
is
a
the thing.
chance.
It's too early to say
It
that.
is too early.
I agree with
And no
Ty.
Salah.
I agree with Ty on that, man. I agree with Ty on that because there's a lot of that goes on. Like,
You don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them.
it's not. I don't feel sorry for him, but I'm saying that gap. You got to give him a chance. He's only just come.
I don't care. How many games has he played now? He's played about 5 games for them now.
But that's nothing.
5.
And to be fair, they're playing him like a striker. He's not really a striker. He plays on the wing.
If that was an Arsenal signing and he
Yeah,
played
they would.
5 games,
Yeah, that's true.
they
They'd
would
be getting us.
right now. What
They would be.
every day stats they will be putting up stats. How many minutes he played, how many seconds, how many touches of the
Yeah,
ball.
they would be. They
No,
would be. But that would be wrong as well.
What
That
about
would be wrong
you know? I was really entertained by the other game yesterday, Wrexham
yeah.
versus Sheffield United. That was a good game. Sheffield
3-3.
United with a last-minute
Unbelievable.
equaliser. Ryan Reynolds was there, like.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God. You know what I mean? But that was a good game. There was some good FA Cup games, to be fair.
There was some good
That
FA
was,
Cup
that
games.
was.
Charlie scoring. Your mate Charlie scored.
Charlie Patino
Yeah.
scored.
Unfortunately, Blackpool went out.
They lost, unfortunately, but he's been doing well.
He's been doing well.
I'm wondering if we should bring him back as well.
Yeah.
If we're short in midfield.
Listen,
if we should bring him back.
But do you
Our
think
lone
we can
players
use
are
him?
doing well. Charlie
Very well.
Patino's doing well.
Charlie.
Balogun.
Yep.
You saw that goal he scored, last minute goal
Following.
against
Nunes is
PSG.
doing well
Nuno as well.
Nuno's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Enemies on Pepe.
I don't know.
Pepe's been all right. He's not been.
But
he's
has he
not
been
been.
putting
His
up any
number
trees?
gone, so that must mean
Yeah.
I think they're moving
It's a
on.
shame.
his numbers
Shame.
up now. So
Because to me, going back to Nicholas, there was not a more talented player and in the squad now than him. Nobody's more talented than
some
him.
just never always look right.
He didn't.
when
It's
do it.
such a
Sometime he
shame
don't.
because he's got the talent.
Has he got the intensity, though, that suits
Well, this
the
is the
style
thing.
of play
Yeah.
that Mikel Arteta trusts to play, and that's the thing. And that's why I think, it hasn't really
It's a
happened
shame.
for him.
It's a shame.
But Nuno, Nuno's doing
yeah.
brilliantly on loan.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, so that's going to be interesting in the summer what they do with those players when they come back.
Well, we was watching.
You know?
We were fortunate to watch you doing the Transfer Daily show, and you were saying about following. I'd keep following.
Because I'll bring him back, especially next season. More like we'll be in Champions League, hopefully,
Absolutely.
and then
Absolutely.
we're gonna need players. We're gonna need a bigger squad than what we have.
And also, if I was the manager, Mikel, which obviously I'm not, I would say to him,
sure?
look at, yeah, listen, if I was, I'd be on that, I'd be asking the referee why Rob only got red, yellow card. I'd still be in Manchester, asking the referee why Rob is the only one that got yellow card for us. Anyway, it's one of them. Yeah, what it is that I would say, look at what William has done. You can do this because William.
Saliba, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Let me just quickly run through some of the other results for the FA Cup. Accrington lost at home to Leeds. That was a good game.
That's right. Yeah. Saw that, yeah.
Leicester only scraped it, a 1-0 win against Walsall, but
an
they're through.
interesting fact, Robbie. Kelechi scored again.
Kelechi Iheanacho, yeah.
And nobody has scored more goals than him, or as many goals since he started scoring, which is unbelievable. 17 goals.
In the FA Cup, yep.
Yeah, well done, Kelechi. Well done, Murphy.
Fulham won, Sunderland won. It was a great goal by Tom Kearney
Yes.
to equalise in that game.
Yes.
Bristol City beating West Brom 3-0. A bit of a shock. Sheffield Wednesday, who knocked out Newcastle in the last round. They drew at home to Fleetwood. Man United, of course, beating Reading by 3 goals to 1. Did you see Anthony in that game? That little, he's trying to do all these step overs and he fell over.
That's another one. That's another one because when it was Pepe, everybody had things to talk about Pepe, but nobody had nothing to say about Mr. 360 man.
Although he did actually get the man in the match. Preston 0,
I'm surprised.
Tottenham 3.
Robbie, you sure it wasn't Brian
Banger
Robson?
by Son in that game.
Are you sure it wasn't Brian Robson that got it?
Huh?
Are you sure it wasn't Brian Robson?
And there was some good games. There's some good games.
Yeah, there was.
Unfortunately, as I said, Arsenal out of the FA Cup.
Sorry,
Who is your idiot of the week?
Idiot of the week. You know what? The Liverpool. I'm not gonna say, but the commentary on the Liverpool game. Yeah, he was talking about Klopp's passion when he's up and down on the pitch, running up and down and on the sideline. But when he saw Arteta, he's a madman. And he should, But anyway, move on.
Jealous,
from that.
innit?
But the idiot for me is going to Liverpool team because you get whopped up again by Brighton. What's wrong with you guys? You go there the other day, and the man them slap you up, and you go back again, and them slap you up again. Like, idiot of the week. And the worst thing is you conceded a similar style goal. Welbeck gave the flick on that, and then Gomez now.
Welbeck.
Did you see Gomez in that? Gomez turn him back to the... It's like, we do a commentary for it, like, it's like the man turn around, like when the girl living at the clubs or the dance, and then the DJ put on a hot song, and the girl just start bend up them back. Gomez, what's wrong with you? Run out and defend the ball. So, Liverpool, you are the idiots of the week.
Beating Brighton away is not for everybody.
Not for everybody.
You know what I mean?
Not for
when
everybody.
we did it, it's only Brighton.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, they are a very good side, Brighton.
No, they are.
Very
Of course,
good.
they drawed with Liverpool
Very
at their ground
good side.
3-3.
Yeah.
And they beat them twice now.
Yeah.
They thrashed Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's
They
a
beat
bogey
Manchester
team.
United at Mold Trafford. Boy.
And your boohoo man of the week.
Boo-hoo man of the week for me. Big up Brighton. I'll give you a mention, even though Ty don't like you.
Why not like us? They've given us Leandro, they've given us Ben, and they're going to give us Moses. Welcome, Moses.
All right, so
Don't look like it.
hopefully, you know what I mean? But,
Hopefully.
the boo-hoo man of the week for me is going to the one and only Balogun.
Follow
Scoring that equalizer against PSG, and he's having a great season
thought he's the
over
winner.
right now. No, it's
No,
an
it's an
equalizer.
equalizer.
Okay.
96
Last
minute
minute, yeah.
as well.
Nice.
And
Big
it was,
goal,
it was
big
a
goal.
good goal as well. He took it around the keeper.
Yeah.
and put it
Donnarumma,
in.
man, big
Yeah,
imposing
man,
keeper.
so-
Yeah.
Took it round him, showed a lot of pace.
Exactly.
Asked for the ball as well.
Yeah.
That's what I liked. And
Yeah,
that was a
confident.
great goal.
Big up to you.
Yeah.
Keep
Well,
putting in that work. And
Well
you'll be
done,
back
Follow.
with us next season.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, certainly he's looking at
Come on,
the
man.
business. Disgrace of the week?
Well, there should be a disgrace of the week, but
But you didn't think of one. All right, so
No.
let's move on.
I'm going to go.
Right.
Thank you, Robbie. 6 million. I'm going to go with a grace of the week. But before I say that, let me
No.
just say congratulations to our women for thrashing Leeds United women 9-0. And, but I'm going to go grace of the week. And that is to all our fans. It was unbelievable. Because after the game against Man City, going through the concourse and all that, we were all singing like we had won the game. And that is unbelievable. And that bodes well for the season because everybody is on board. Nobody was gloomy and this and all that. We know that we should have at least got a draw. But we know we had 6 players out. We know that if we played our first team, I think we would have won it. So
Just before we go, right, I just want to get your guys' view because obviously next game, Everton away.
yes.
Saturday manager, of course,
Yep.
Frank
Yes.
Lampard.
Frank Lampard, yeah.
Sean Dyche looks
Yes,
like
Sean Dyche,
he's the one coming in.
Yes.
Oh, that'll be a heated
Do you
touchline.
fear a bit? I mean, a bit of new manager bounce for Everton.
No.
We lost there last year. Remember that?
Shouldn't have.
I have to say that last season, that was our worst performance.
Yeah, it was terrible. I
Of the
didn't like that
season.
game, though.
When
Yeah.
we went there, that was horrific.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrific. We've got to reverse that. We need to win the game to put pressure on Man City. Who I think then they play Tottenham.
Yes, which would
away.
be
Right,
fascinating.
So any sort of bit of fear because it's a new manager back and it's Dyche.
Yeah.
I think we got a good record against Sean Dyche.
Listen, man, I feel, our team right now, we can see what our team is doing. Everton need a win. They definitely need a win.
I think they'll take a draw. I think that
They'll definitely take a draw. They
Of
need
course they
something.
would.
But unfortunately,
Sean Dyche, that's what he does. He organises teams, so.
yeah, but I think Arsenal has said we're very confident going into games. There's no,
Yeah.
we haven't, even the 2 losses that we've had, the loss that we had against Man United and Man City, coming away from the games, you still looked at a team and
Should have got something.
So we didn't deserve to lose these
No.
games. We did it well enough to even get draws out of them.
Absolutely.
So we haven't been in a game where I feel like the confidence is lacking, where we
No,
can see
that's
that
right.
there's
That's
been
a good-
a drop in
that's a very good
something.
point.
So
That's a very good
going
point.
into that game, we are top of the league, 5 points clear.
With a game in
we
hand.
know, and we're gonna have a game. We have a game in hand. We're gonna go out there and we just have to do our game, do what we're doing. We have early starts in the game, and we just need to keep on capitalizing from them. And Everton needs something more than us. You know what I mean? We just have to keep doing what we're doing. So. Unfortunately, I hope Everton do
Don't
get
say
back.
unfortunately.
No,
Don't say
I
unfortunately.
hope
It's not
Everton
unfortunate for us.
eventually gets,
Yeah, because of Alex.
yeah, but after this game, then. Carry
Well,
on.
listen,
All right.
Robbie.
What do you think?
Well, what I think is no. Listen. I'm not fair in Everton. We respect them just
Yeah.
like we respect everyone, but we don't fear them because, like you said, where we are now. Like you said, last season we have to right the wrongs of last season, which we have been doing. But we know what we have to do, and we know we like to think we know what they're going to do, and we just have to carry on playing the same way. So it's not fair. It's apprehension because you don't know what's going to happen. But if we can
and them lose one of them ballers,
doing what we're doing, then we'll win the game. But like against Tottenham, I hope we have a strong referee and linesman or lineswoman, because Everton will try to make it very, very physical. That's what they're going to try. They're going to try to make it battle.
There. Looking forward to that game. That is on Saturday.
teams.
Check out all of our content building up to that game here on AFTV. Thanks, Yardi.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Ty.
Thanks,
and thanks
Robbie.
to Boohoo Man. Don't forget, click the link in the description. AFTV 10 and get an extra 10% off all Boohoo Man clothing. Thanks for watching the show. See you next week.
Peace.